Which statement about the quadratic functions below is false? Okay, we have three quadratic equations. F of x equals negative 3/4 x squared plus 6. G of x equals negative 2x squared minus 5. H of x equals 1/4 x squared plus 1. Okay, we have all these choices. They're talking about the way they look on the graph. The graphs of two of these functions have a minimum point. B, the graphs of all these functions have the same axis of symmetry. C, the graphs of two of these functions do not cross the x-axis. And D, the graphs of all these functions have different y-intercepts. Really, we just need to put these in the calculator and graph them. Take a look at all of them. So I'm going to clear out my calculator. Here we go. I'm going to go to the y equals screen. And I'm going to put in the first one. Now remember, when it's f of x or g of x, it's the same thing as y. We're going to the y equals screen. We're going to put this in. Now when you put in fractions like that, you want to probably put the whole fraction in parentheses, like this. You could also convert it to a decimal, which might be easier. That'd be negative 0.75. But if you're not great at doing that, just put parentheses, negative 3 divided by 4, parentheses. There's my fraction. Now I put x, I square it, plus 6. That's my first graph. Okay, this one's going to be easy to put in. Negative 2x squared minus 5. And the next one, again, if you know 1/4 is 0.25, just put in 0.25x squared. If not, do parentheses, 1 divided by 4, close your parentheses, x squared plus 1. Alright, they're all in. We double checked. We graph it. There's the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one. And they're all on the screen, so that makes it easy for us. Choice A, the graphs of two of these have a minimum point. Well, here's a minimum, but this guy's a maximum and this guy's a maximum because they're both on top. So that's wrong. B, the graphs of all these functions have the same axis of symmetry. Oh, you know what? I just caught myself. We're looking for the one that's false. The graphs of two of these functions have a minimum point. No, they have two maximum points. This is false. This is probably the answer. Let's take a look at the other ones. The graphs of all these functions have the same axis of symmetry. They do have the same axis of symmetry. That's true. The graphs of two of these functions do not cross the x-axis. That doesn't cross, and that one doesn't cross. That's true. The graphs of all these functions have different y-intercepts. There's my y-intercept, there's a y-intercept, there's a y-intercept. That is true. So I caught myself there. Always make sure you're looking at what the question's asking. It's wanting to know which one's false, and it was choice A.